where the human world can interact with the spirit world? Yes. Revelation 4. Revelation 4. And Genesis 11. Revelation 4 and Genesis 11. I'm sorry that tonight's teaching, I'm not talking about your best life now and how much God loves you. I know it just ruined your night, and tonight's Bible study is very, very boring, and it doesn't appeal you. Look at Revelation chapter 4, and we'll look at verse 1. After this I looked, and behold, a what? Door was opened in heaven. Look at this now, which said, come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter. Look at that. God's opened a door in heaven and told John in the human world, come inside through this door and enter what? Heaven with me. See, there's a door, a portal, a gateway, an opening from the human realm to the spirit realm. Now look at Genesis 11. This is ancient. What mankind is doing right now is repeating history. It's repeating Genesis, what they've tried to do with Satan and his evil beings. There's no doubt. From what I see here, it's all repeating it. Biblically speaking, these possibilities, I'm definitely open-minded to it, not rejecting it or dismissing it very easily, especially when I look at the Bible. Genesis chapter 11. What did they say? They said at verse 4. Remember, they're building a Tower of Babel, right? Why are they building this Tower of Babel? And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Now, obviously, that's just stupid. Who can ever reach up to heaven? Unless God thinks it wasn't stupid, unless God knew that nothing would stop them from doing it. Look what he said. God didn't think it would be stopped. God knew that they could go beyond stopping, that they could pull it off. Look what God said. In verse 6, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. See, God knew they could pull it off. But you know what's interesting? This is greater evidence. When they built that Tower of Babel, God has a play on words. Later on, if you read the verse, this is Hebrew, right, in Genesis? So when God called it Babel in Hebrew, it meant confusion. It meant Babel, Babel. But if you look at Akkadian sources, and Akkadian sources, or was it Sumerian, I forgot, or Chaldean, or Babylonian, which is the cultural history of Tower of Babel where it's located, you know what Babel means? Gateway to the gods. That's why God had to do a play on words and prove to them, you want to call it Babel? I'll babble back at you. Let's call it confusion in Hebrew. I like a play on words. That's something, isn't it? This changes the whole ballgame of everything you heard about what they're doing. It's one simple thing, the coming of Satan.